finally back after all this time. I think it's been a couple of months since I last recorded in this series. But that's beside the point. Main point is I'm back doing LOTRO. Before we get started, I want to just explain why I haven't done many LOTRO videos very recently. And the reason for that is simply because I've been in school and the second half of the semester picked up and it kind of beat my butt. So now I'm in the finals and I don't have any homework left, so I finally feel like I can actually sit down and do a video and actually take the time to devote. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I'm not sure if I still have the footage from the last episode. So depending on that, this might seem confusing to you. So we are at level 12 on Thoradnath, our champion. So let's go ahead and jump in. I really don't remember if I saved that footage. I might have just decided to do a little bit of off-camera updating. If that is the case, then you'll see that little confirmation text right there. But anyway, so I've been really getting into the LOTRO kind of mood, so this is hopefully gonna go well. I hope to get to level. Oh, hold on, just a moment. Okay, I'm sorry about that, guys. There was a lot of noise. There might be more noise in a little bit, but I'm gonna try to wrap this up before then. I'm gonna do a bit of off-camera work today, but anyway, if this episode seems kind of wonky because we're suddenly much farther than we were, sorry about that. Okay, it's just a necessity, because if I lost the footage from the last time, then there won't be an episode 2, or this will be the episode 2. So anyway, I gotta stop saying anyway. Oh, another thing. If you notice my voice is kind of echoey or hollow or whatever you want to describe it as, I'm working on soundproofing my room to where I can kind of put my voice into one little area, but right now it's not really a complete possibility, so I'm just trying to deal with it a little bit. I'm gonna probably just stick some pillows up or something, or jerry rig it somehow, but until then I will have to deal with the terrible reverb. You probably didn't even notice it until I said something, but anyway, we're gonna keep going. So alright, so I'm logging in. Shouldn't take too long, but I do have my settings on full, and I just have a regular SATA drive, so it's gonna take a little bit. Oh, and in news, I'm gonna be working on funds for a new computer. I know I've said this multiple times in previous videos, but this time I'm really serious about it, okay? Not that I was lying about the previous times, but this time around, it's gonna all be based on myself and what I can provide. Basically, I'm trying to get a job, probably just a part-time job. I don't know, maybe full-time. Anyway, it's gonna be over this summer, and I'm gonna be trying to put money aside every month toward my new computer. And I know it's probably a long shot, but I'm hoping to raise around 30. I'm hoping to raise around $3,000 for my new computer. And some of you are like, "Whoa, dude, you aren't even that popular. Why would you invest in something like that?" Well, it's not just for YouTube. It's also for a lot of other things. I'm gonna be putting that money into things like multiple video cards, so that I can render things a lot quicker for my YouTube videos. and I'll also be putting it into things like I don't know, a 12-core processor, so that I can multitask easily. That's one thing I hate, is not being able to multitask. Like, I don't like not being able to record, have 2 monitors on, and be able to play a game, and be able to render a video or something like that, all at the same time. I don't like not being able to do that. I know it's asking a lot out of my computer, but it's just something that I can't stand. So we got a pointless potion here. Well, okay, not so pointless. I'm used to playing as the Bjorning. I think I might start a series on that, but I'm gonna get this one to like level 40 first. So anyway, so that's basically the gist of everything. But that $3,000 is just the computer. That's not including monitors, keyboard. Whoa, that was awkward. Okay. I don't know if I'll invest in a new mouse. I have a really awesome mouse. It just depends on what kind of trouble I get into. This mouse, I have a warranty on it. It's the I forget what it's called. It's a Corsair mouse. I have the box up in my closet, which is visible, but anyway, it's a Corsair gaming mouse. It was $70, so it's a really awesome mouse. I'm really happy with it. Plays pretty darn well with my Mac, which you can't say a whole lot of the time. That's lag. But it will play even better with my PC that I will potentially have. So this PC will be like a complete decked out gaming PC. You know what? Instead of just running through Bree, let's find an agenda here. Let's see. What do we need to do? We need to level up. So I'm gonna go to the marshes. So I've got to go back on the other side of Bree. We're gonna go to the marshes and do some deeds. That'll give me something to do while I talk. So anyway, I hate the word because it happens so often. Also the word anyway. I use them way too much. Back on subject. I will be working very hard. The job I'm wanting will hopefully pay at a minimum about $9 an hour. I will try to earn as much as I can per week, so I'll put in as many hours per day as I can. I'm hoping to put in like a 40-hour week, and a lot of people are gonna say, "What? That's not a lot." Maybe for you guys, but for me, I'm a full-time student, so you know, a full day of work is just going to class for the entire day. That's basically the extent of that. I have had a couple of jobs, but none of them, in any of them, I've never gone over 6 hours per day. Okay, I take that back. I was working 8 hours illegally way back in my first job, but that's just because my employer didn't know what the crap he was doing. Oh great, I hate this glitch. Oh no. This glitch sucks. I don't even know how to get rid of it. What the heck? Okay, we're gonna try to change our settings here. I don't even know where this glitch comes from. Let's change it to ultra high. That should fix it. I didn't even know I was on very high. So yeah, my first job, just to clarify this, my first job was working at a cemetery, and the owner had no idea what he was doing in terms of employment. Oh great, this is getting old. What the heck? I think it's something with the server. What do I need to do to get rid of this black screen? I'm gonna relog. I'm gonna keep talking. because I don't want to make this too long of a video. So yeah, my first job was working at a cemetery. The employer really didn't know what he was doing, employment-wise. So he hired me by saying, basically, he just said, "Come and work." He didn't do any paperwork or anything like that. So he just hired me just straight up. And next thing I knew, I was walking up the street working a full hour day, 8 hours a day, at the age of, I think I was 14 at the time. Yeah, I was 14. I was working an 8-hour day at the age of 14. I don't know if any of you guys have ever done that, but I did it for like a week or two before he started getting into some trouble and realized what he was doing wrong. I guess my parents at the time kind of just assumed that I had gone through this application thing, but I really hadn't. So we're gonna log in again. So yeah, that's why that happened. So yeah, that's the max hours I've ever worked in a day, and I worked that for 2 weeks, and I was getting, it was terrible pay though. I was getting a little over $100 per week, which for me at the time, I was like, whoa, dude, $100, that's awesome. And I ended up buying like an iPod Touch with it or something. But now looking back, I realize, it's not a whole lot. You can't pay the bills with that much. Some people do though. That's kind of awesome. But I'm getting off topic. Where were we before we got on the rabbit trail? Right, computer. So, I've already told you about the graphics cards. I'm gonna have 2. I'm gonna go for the best that money can buy at the time that I purchased everything. I'm building it myself, just to clarify that. I'm building it myself. I'm gonna buy the best graphics card on the market. And a lot of people are gonna say, dude, that's not necessary for what you want to do. It's not necessary. Every new graphics card is barely different from the previous. I've heard all of those rants. I've researched it. I've gone through all the YouTube videos explaining what the difference is between version numbers, and I know there isn't a whole lot of difference, but my basic goal is to create a computer that will last me as long as physically possible. And I figure, in order to do that, I'm gonna have to get the best of the best that is as current as possible. So even if I have to wait like an extra month or something to go and buy, the most recent hardware, then I will do it. I'm one of those people that I want as long as I can out of it for the best quality. And so I don't know how you guys are, but when I buy something and then directly after I buy it, something much better comes out, I instantly feel like I've been cheated somehow. Wow, that's an interesting animation there. I feel like I've been cheated or something. So I find myself wanting to, take what I bought back and go and buy the better item. But then I feel guilty because I feel like one of those people that just goes and keeps buying the newest thing over and over again, which I'm not that kind of person. But I found myself thinking that I'm pretty close. I like to have the most recent item, but not because it's, the recent. It's not, I'm sorry. I'm tying my words together. It's not because I want to be trendy or want to have everything that is the most recent at all times. No, I want to have something that lasts for as long as possible. And if I buy something that's 1 year or 2 years outdated, then that adds up very quickly, and before you know it, you've got a 6-year-old item that is now starting to slow down a little bit. And I know a lot of people saying that if you take good care of it, then it won't rot at all. It won't wind down or whatever. I half agree with that. I half agree, because although I don't know why I keep standing over here, I'm supposed to go into the marshes. Anyway, I know that on one side, as long as you take really good care of something and you never download anything that could even potentially be malicious, that's awkward again, that it will last a millennium. But on the other side, the awful truth is that computers tend to degrade over time, and it ends up being one of those things that you just can't avoid, which kind of sucks. But on the other hand, again, I have 3 hands here. It's okay, because it keeps you moving. You don't get stuck on one thing, thinking that you have to have this, you have to have this. That didn't make sense. But we're gonna keep talking, because I don't care. Anyway, I just want to make it clear that I'm not just buying this to be trendy, the most recent thing to be trendy, or to make sure I have the most recent thing at all times. I'm not that kind of person. I don't have the money to be that kind of person. But I do want to get the most recent thing so that I can enjoy this machine for as long as I possibly can, because I don't know about you, but when I'm paying that much money, $3,000 at the least, for one machine, I want that machine to last a little bit. And when I say a little bit, I mean 10 to 15 years. Okay, my dad, he bought a Mac literally 9 years ago. No, 11 years ago. I keep forgetting. He bought it 11 years ago. Okay. Today, it's running just as well as it was 11 years ago. And the only reason that is true is because he has kept such good care of it. And a lot of people are so anti-Mac, it's not even funny. But the only reason they're anti-Mac is because they really haven't experienced a Mac for themselves. And that sounds really cheesy and stupid, but it's true. Once you experience a Mac for yourself, you kind of don't want to go back. Once you've had time with it, once you've gotten to know the Mac interface, you realize it's a lot simpler. It's a lot easier to understand a lot of the time, and there is so much more control. Microsoft, they lock everything up to where you have to, you gotta get nitty gritty about it if you want to do anything more than use the interface on a PC. Sometimes you even gotta get malicious about it if you want to really use your PC to its fullest. A Mac, the terminal, I know a lot of people don't even like terminal because they don't want to use code to use their computer. But to me, I do. I like the ability to use a language to run around my computer, and so many people are going to refer to the DOS interface that's built into PC, and I hate that interface so much because it is so unintuitive. There's barely anything that you can do with it, in the sense that the command lines are limited. But I'm gonna get off this topic because my topic is not which computer is better. Sorry, I keep getting on these rabbit trails. My point was that as long as you take care of a computer, it'll last a very long time. But given that, computers will degrade over time, and you will have to update them whether you like it or not. But that's why I'm getting the best of the best, so that I don't have to upgrade as soon as some other people do that will cheap out. And when I say cheap out, maybe you can't, I just mean maybe you can't afford to get the best of the best. Right now, I can't afford that. I'm broke, dead broke. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to try. So, I guess what I'm saying here is, if you want something to last, you probably want to get the most recent one, so that you will have the longest time with it. And a lot of people will probably disagree with me on that. That's alright. You're entitled to your opinion, and I am entitled to mine. So, yeah. Oh man, I haven't actually played this class in a while. I've kind of forgotten a few of the tricks that I used to know, like these little things right here. This food, regenerative, yeah. This regenerative food, I haven't even looked at it because I kind of forgot what I used it for. But with this class, I know I use food all the time. Alright. So, just to have a little bit of fun, I like to speculate about what I might buy in the future. It's just kind of fun. I don't know about you guys, but it's fun to speculate about what you might buy in the future. But with how things are looking, I'm really thinking about Corsair as my my keyboard. All my peripherals will probably be Corsair except for the monitors, because I really like their mouse, I really like their keyboard. I love LEDs, and they have so many LEDs it's not even funny. I'll get a mechanical, but yeah, I'll probably get the $125 RGB, whatever it is. I really like those. I like how customizable it is. I'm all about customization. It's fun. I forget that I have aggro. My goodness. Oh, like, okay. Yeah, I keep forgetting I have aggro. I love aggro. I'm gonna take a drink real quick. Got my sparkling water. I might lose my voice by the end of this video. I haven't done a video like this in so long. I'm not used to it. Major water snake. I'm so not used to this. Now my monitors, I really want to go big on the monitors, like insanely big. But before I even get to that, I gotta talk about desks. People always forget the desk. When you're talking about buying a gaming computer and, you know, your gaming mouse and your gaming keyboard and your gaming monitors, everybody forgets the desk. And I hate it. Because the desk is one of the most essential parts of your area. And nobody remembers the desk. I don't necessarily believe that. A lot of people remember the desk. They remember the desk. But so many more forget it. And what I mean with this is that when you're doing a build like this, you have to remember the area you're working with. Right now, I have a tiny desk. I've got I think it's a 32-inch Vizio television as my monitor, which is probably dying because it keeps getting these weird lines. I'm broke, people. So yeah, it is probably about to die. So I don't have the best monitor in the world. Go figure, I'm using a television. Surprise, surprise. So yeah, and I've got maybe 3.5 feet of space from left to right. Maybe 2 feet in. It's not a big desk. It is a small desk. And I'm going to be changing that. I will be changing my desk to something that is much more appropriate. Oh, goodness, this is bad. Oh, no, you don't. Die. Okay, this is better. Okay. Oh, goodness. I'm having fun. Even though I almost... Well, I didn't almost die. Even though my health kind of got a little bit low there. I was having fun. So anyway. I want my desk to be like stark white. And some of you probably just cringed a little bit. Because stark white is really, really easy to get dirty. And very, very difficult to get clean. But when I think of my dream, I guess, office or setup. I'll say setup. That sounds a lot more exciting. Office kind of sounds boring. But when I think of my dream setup, I think of bright, bright white. And really nice LEDs everywhere. And good lighting all around. And the reason I think of this is because I am well-rounded in my area of photography and videography. Those two things I've studied a lot throughout my life. I'm 19, so that's not saying a whole lot, but I have, in my short life, I have studied those two topics a lot. And the one thing I've come across that is the number one problem in a room is the lighting and how the light reacts with the room. So you have to think about that. If you're gonna be a YouTuber like I am, I really want to use video camera. I really want to use a video camera as one of my mediums on this channel, because I don't want to be the guy who sits behind the screen and never has, you know, that fourth wall relationship with the audience. I don't want to be the person that will never show his face, if that makes sense. So I've gotten my hands on a very, very nice video camera. It shoots in 1080p. It's just a DV camera, but it's really nice. If you set it up right, it does great quality video. So I did some test shooting the other day with the camera. I just set up a mediocre lighting area. I had a big lamp which has like 3 heads on it, and a drop light which was stark blue. When I turned it on, I realized it was pretty much blue, but I didn't care. I wanted to record something. I was inspired, so I sat my camera on a tripod, and I started recording just random videos on my phone with pans and all sorts of things. Well, when I tried to do just a little bit of a montage of these different pans and slides and all sorts of things, I realized that my lighting, even though in person it was pretty darn bright, my lighting was just sucky, completely sucky. And one of the reasons for that is the fact, I'll probably show a picture of it right here or something. I have a chandelier. Is there something chasing me? No, why do I have my sword out? Anyway, I have a chandelier. This chandelier has multiple bulbs. And some of you are probably like, what the crap? Why do you have that freaking awesome chandelier? And I'll answer that with, this was not originally my room. This was my sister's room. And my sister had very good taste. So she made her room look like a castle. picture shown here. So I love the walls. The walls are amazing. They look so cool for a personal bedroom. For a recording studio with video and everything, that doesn't work so much because the walls just absorb so much light. It's not even funny. And on video or camera, it looks horrid because all of the light is getting sucked into the walls and it's not bouncing anywhere. So it can't bounce back into the lens, which is how you get video or pictures in the first place, is by the lens capturing light. And if you can't capture the light, then your video or picture is going to end up looking terrible because it's going to be dark and noisy and ugh. And that's basically what happens. And I hate it. I love the look of the room, but for professional purposes, it sucks. So my major dilemma here is lighting. My secondary major dilemma here is audio. I've realized, as I pointed out at the beginning of this video, my audio circumstances kind of suck a little bit. The audio from my voice, or the sound waves, be it, bounce off of my television screen, which I'm sitting right in front of, which is probably unhealthy. I'm probably a few inches away from my screen right now. I'm probably killing my eyes. So anyway, my voice bounces off my television, bounces back behind me, then reflects again. Hold on a minute. Reflects again to the wall that my desk is actually up against, which my two guitars are hanging on. And I've come to realize one very simple fact. A guitar, which is essentially it is a reverbing, how do I say this? I'm just gonna say it like this. It's a reverbing instrument, which means the reverberations going around that thing are crazy. That's how it makes the sound that it makes. It takes the vibrations and tone from the string and reverberates that all throughout the inside of it and then brings it back out again. That's probably completely wrong from actual guitar physics, but essentially that's an okay description. So my dilemma is whenever my voice hits just the right note, say my voice does an E note, then that E string, which there are two, will reverberate that noise over and over again back into my microphone, which is also a few inches away from the guitar. So I've realized, again, I need to get rid of the reverberating sounds. It's not pretty when I go to edit this stuff. I'm using very high quality headphones when I edit, so I can hear every little sound that I make, which kind of annoys me a little bit, but on the other hand, I'm okay with it because I can fine tune things, and it lets me know what I did wrong, what's happening with my noise, with my my audio. So all around, it's a good investment with my studio grade headphones, which they're not really studio grade. They're just $60 headphones, which are really nice for an amateur like me. I would say I'm an amateur. So yeah, I need to work on my audio setup, and I need to work on the brightness of my room. I don't know. I'm hoping somehow, after I buy my computer, because that's first on the list every day, after I buy my computer and my desk and everything, which will take an astronomical amount of time, I'm hoping that I can somehow move out into my own, I don't even know what. I don't know what I want to live in. I've thought about houses and I've thought about apartments. Both of those things have terrible qualities. My room has the worst qualities given, but both of those things have very bad qualities, and we just leveled up to 13. I know I'm leveling up in a very poor manner right now, but I'm okay with it because I want to talk for a while. Oh, we can do these, except I don't need that. Okay, so yeah, when I think about a house, I think about the bills of a house, the mortgage and everything. That's a lot of money. I'll be paying that for the rest of my life. Okay? I say that in a figure of speech, or figuratively speaking anyway. I say that meaning that I will be paying that well into my 50s, I would say. Because I want an okay house. I want a house that I can be happy with. I don't want a crappy home. Now, an apartment, that also has crappy things. An apartment, you're probably guaranteed cruddy internet. From what I've heard, any apartment complex you go to, it's gonna have terrible internet because they cheap out every time. They say they have Wi-Fi. Sure, they have Wi-Fi, but it's on this crappy old router that's only in one location, and the router is probably 10 up and 1 down to begin with, and you don't even get that because you're probably in a complex completely on the other side of the lot. So, in other words, it's gonna have crappy internet. Terrible. Because, businesses, they don't want to invest in something that isn't gonna pay them back. The only thing that they're looking for when they include internet in their complex is the draw of having internet in the first place. That's the only thing that people look for when they're gonna buy or rent an apartment. They just want to know if it has internet. If it does, awesome. Okay. So they get into the apartment, they start living there for a week. They realize that the internet sucks completely. They have to share it with people. They get their own FireWire or Ethernet or whatever they use, but that Ethernet is coming from one router shared by about 20 other people. So the bandwidth is just being throttled, just out of this world. So now it's probably 1 megabyte up and 0.1 down, or some weird number like that. And that's basically my problem with apartments, is the internet. That's what it comes down to. Everything else it's alright. You get to just pay your bills, like the electric, the water. Actually, a lot of places have water for free. Some places have electric for free, but then there's also the fee of staying there in the first place, and that's often a very hefty one. So I'm left with the dilemma. Do I put myself in such debt that I won't be able to get out of it for over 50 years? Or do I put myself in debt over time and not even have good internet? I've been looking at internet services recently, and it's kind of ticking me off. Whoops, my cat is trying to get on my chair. Oh, I'm about to die. Yeep. Do I have any, I don't know. No, I don't. I don't have anything. Crit. What? Yellow. Oh wait, are we undefeated? I don't even know. Holy crap, there's a level 14. Okay. That's alright, we're level 13. I don't know if I'm undefeated. I doubt it. I honestly do. Alright, so anyway. That's my dilemma. I'm trying to figure it out. Because ISPs, internet service providers, are cheating everybody right now. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna eat this. Because they're giving you access to about 30 megs down for about $70 or something like that per month. That's with WoW. That's what I pay. Or at least my family pays. No one person pays the bills in our house. It's always a multitude of people. But anyway, the internet is about $70 a month, I would say. That's not very good for 30 megs. Because the thing is, elsewhere, where internet is a little bit more popular in terms of being cheap. Elsewhere, internet is about $70 for, say, 150 megs down. That is well over tripled. Okay? So I don't even know how that's become a thing with internet service providers. It just seems like some stupid jerk thing that they're doing. That really seems like it should be illegal or something. I don't even know. Like, what's going on in other places like Texas, or I don't know. I live in Indiana. Okay. So I used to think that we were paying an okay price, but then I figured out you could be getting like 150 megs down for the same price elsewhere. And I can't figure out, first of all, how they do it. Unless internet is so ridiculously cheap to provide that they just skyrocket the values completely out of proportion. Or if it's actually worth that much and somehow those people are just getting it easier. I've only studied internet lines just a little bit. And I have a basic understanding of how it all works. I'm not a networking person, so I don't really know a whole lot about it. So if somebody knows anything about this topic, then feel free to correct me or whatever in the comments below. So yeah, I've always wondered how they can afford to do something like that. But anyway, that kind of ticks me off that ISPs are kind of yanking our chain, so to speak, taking money right out of our pockets and acting like it's a good deal. That's the biggest thing. Because it's just kind of like twisting the blade. Acting like it's a good deal that they're giving. Or acting like they're sacrificing something for you. Never believe that crap. Never believe that they're sacrificing anything for you. Companies won't do that. They gotta stay a company. They aren't gonna sacrifice anything for you. They don't care enough. I saw a a news article about Dr. Pepper. This woman apparently drank Dr. Pepper her entire life for 104 years, which was for 100 years, and she was 104. And the article included what Dr. Pepper had to say about it. They sent her a t-shirt. A gray t-shirt with simple Dr. Pepper letters on the front. Just their logo. They sent a t-shirt. Think about that for a second. 100 years drinking Dr. Pepper every day. This seems like a ridiculous topic, but drinking Dr. Pepper for 100 years, at least having one every day, and they give her a t-shirt. So you support a company for a century, and you get a t-shirt out of it. Okay. I mean, I know they are not in your debt or anything for you supporting them. I mean, you're buying their product. But I just find it kind of funny that they thought they should reward her somehow for having 100 years of support under her belt. And the best they could come up with was a gray t-shirt. You know, one of those ugly ones that looks like you should go in the gym with them, because it'll hide the sweat the best. Yeah, those kinds. They gave her a gray t-shirt. Not a a couple days supplies of Dr. Pepper or something that she could use. No. A t-shirt. Yep. I just find that kind of... I could think of a multitude of words for that. I think you guys could think of better ones. So be sure to put that in the comments. Oh, this is level 15. I don't even know if I can beat it. Once I get in the higher levels, I am so freaking confident. Like, I can take on 4 levels more than me. But when I'm in these lower levels, I just feel weak. I can't even take on the same level as me. Now with the Bjorning, that is a completely different story. I went after anything I could see as the Bjorning. That thing is almost overpowered. Almost. I don't think it is overpowered. It's just almost overpowered. Because it is so awesome. You can take on basically any level within your experience range. Which just means whenever you can... As long as you can still earn XP, then you are completely safe fighting that level. Even then, I have fought 10 levels above myself and still won. So yeah, I love the Bjorning. It is so cool. Didn't I say we were gonna do deeds, not just fighting things? Oh wait, have we already done the deeds? I'll bet we've already done the deeds over here. I'm not sure. Oh no, because I got turbine points earlier. So yeah, we are deeding. Even though I didn't realize it. Oh man, I keep talking in rabbit trails that really lead nowhere. And I'm sorry, but it just happens. I hope you guys enjoy talks like this, because I do, but a lot of the time I think sometimes I might just be drolling on, and some of you may just exit because it's just kind of bleh. I just hope the mix of LOTRO and my talking can keep you here. Okay. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. To give my voice a little bit of a break, I'm going to Alright, it's 12 a.m. right now. I'm gonna take 10 minutes to just go and fight stuff. I'm testing this thing out. It'll just be like a progress update. And hopefully it'll go well. I don't want to leave you guys out on too many things. But I do want to just kind of skip ahead a little bit. I don't want you guys to feel like I'm just doing everything on camera, which can sometimes be a little bit annoying. I know from experience. So if you guys like progress updates a lot more than me just talking over me actually doing this stuff, then just let me know in the comments below. Just let me know if you would rather me do progress updates, or if you would want me to do my little chats like this, because I like doing both. So it's all up to you guys. Until you let me know, I will just keep doing a little bit of a balance between the two, kind of like I am right now. Alright, so I will be right back in 10 minutes. Okay, so as you can see, we have gotten about right here now, and we have completed a deed. Good things all around. Alright, so now that we are getting our head moving along, let's see here. So I'm liking leveling up right here. It's okay. It's okay. As you can see, I went a little bit longer, because I started a little bit late. But anyway, we are gonna keep going, and I'm gonna keep talking. I wish I could see how long. Actually, guys, I think I'm going to end it right here. I've been talking quite a bit of time. Did not realize. So I'm gonna beat up this midge swarm, I guess. And then I'm gonna go over here, so when I log in, I won't be on top of a bad thing. I guess right here is the best place. Alright, so I'll go ahead and log off. So I didn't quite finish what I was saying with the computer business, but hopefully I can continue on that in the next episode. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I'm maybe gonna cut down on the time that I was talking. I don't know. We shall see. So anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, favorite, share, all that good stuff if you have enjoyed the video. And make sure you comment what you thought below. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a good night. See ya.